as you can, all right?
What's going on, everybody? The ID4 show live. After a couple of weeks here.
That's a little
hiatus. A little 2 weeks off after the Super Bowl. There's always the male to the left of me.
Hola.
And the two dogs. No Danger Powers tonight because he had an AA meeting or something to go to or something.
Really? I don't even know.
I don't know. Last week he couldn't come because he was in the process of getting his license again.
That's right.
And this week I'm not quite sure, but that was very nice of you to offer him a ride.
Yeah, you know, I'm used to. It's on the way, pretty much.
Yeah,
you know, so
I'm sure he. Look who's on the TV. It's Adam DeWoo.
He even thanked me. Oh, it is Adam DeWoo. He even thanked me. I was like, what's going on?
Maybe he had to come into Christ.
Maybe.
It's a little weird. Him being nice. Very unusual. Just making sure review. Yeah, but whatever. Episode 90. A lot has happened since the 31st. That was when our last episode was.
I don't know where we even begin right now. I guess
the Super Bowl? I guess so, yeah.
We could talk about the Super Bowl.
Did you enjoy the Super Bowl?
I did, actually. I really did. But there's one thing I really want to know, and I've been dying to ask this question.
Yes.
And I wish Doubleback and Eric were here because I want to ask them too, is how loaded and hammered everybody was.
In this house?
Yeah, because...
Unsupervised?
No, it's because I was laughing my ass off at the group text during the halftime show because everybody, apparently in the group text, were the only people in America that thought Maroon 5 was good. But our group text, everyone was like, I have the text messages right here, right? First, I was like, are you listening to Adam Levine right now? He sounds out of breath and tired. Then Joey's like, you're either bitter or you're not watching, right? And then Susie, quote, I should say the thing right here. Susie, quote, Arty said, and I quote, best halftime show he's seen.
Yes.
And then Joey goes, I agree with Arty. Maroon 5 has some serious memories with us. I'm like, was the first time you guys blew each other?
It was, yes.
Right? And then Eric's like, I emphasizes, Arty said, I quote, it's the best halftime show I've seen. I'll back that. Joey liked that comment too. I'm like, is everybody fucking high? It's not good.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I do not.
Well, you were there.
Yeah, but I don't remember it.
I know, but it's different. If you were there, I could understand someone be like, this is awesome.
So I was hammered.
Yeah, obviously.
At that point.
Yeah.
So from what I remember is like they came out and did the whole bail, right? Whatever. And like the light show was fucking incredible.
Oh, I'm sure it was awesome.
Oh, like the whole presentation was good.
Yeah.
It could have been anyone. It could have been like Frank Sinatra music playing. I really didn't know. All I remember is like the guy from like Outcast came out and started singing.
Yeah.
And then apparently SpongeBob showed up on the screen.
Yes, he did.
And everyone lost their fucking mind, including myself.
Yeah.
Don't remember SpongeBob coming out.
Yeah, I remember you said that in group.
Can't remember SpongeBob.
I was just completely, because it's like, all right, it wasn't. I don't know if you've had a chance to. It's different when you're there. I'm sure you experienced, but if you had a chance to watch the actual
I did. I caught
performance,
a piece of it. It looked boring as shit.
It was boring as shit, right? Now, I wouldn't say it's it was the worst Super Bowl performance. It was definitely in the lower tier. Like, it wasn't as bad as Coldplay.
Oh, that's
and it
terrible,
wasn't as annoying as Justin Timberlake's Prince tribute.
Yep.
Right? But it wasn't like, he sounded just like he was going through the motions, and there's just no energy to him at all. But like Joey's like, me to his defense, so you're bitter.
In Joey's defense, he was very highly intoxicated. Did you see the picture of him passed out?
No, I didn't. No.
By the end of the game, Eric took a picture of him laying on the couch, face down, half hanging off, and they pretty much just left him where he was.
Oh, I figure. And for Eric to agree, best performance ever at the Super Bowl, I'm like, everyone's gone.
I really wish you came over because I would have loved to heard what the situation was with the night of Eric, Todd, and Doubleback.
Oh, man.
Together watching the Super Bowl. I wonder what that experience was like.
I cooked lobster.
You cooked lobster.
Cooked lobster.
That's nice.
That was
an
nice.
interesting
nice
Super Bowl
lobster
food.
dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was an interesting night.
I'm sure it was awesome.
Yeah.
You said I remember I asked you how many Rams fans you said you saw.
None.
It was like a handful, like 15 at the most you saw.
And the only Rams fans we seen were St. Louis Ram fans.
Oh wow.
They still had the old school like Marshall Falk and fucking Warner jerseys and shit.
Yeah.
And then like they had like St. Louis Rams like shirts and stuff. There was these two douchey people that came in. So we went to this bar right before we went to the stadium. It was called the Bar on the Park or Park Bar or something like that. Park Bar. It looked like it should have been in Boston. It was like an old like brownstone in the middle of like nowhere. So it looks like basically there was this block across from the Olympic Park all these buildings were there at one point, and they knocked them all over except for this. That one building.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, like that one building that's like near the garden that's just still there that they haven't knocked down yet.
Yeah,
it was like that. It was literally one building in the middle of fucking a parking lot.
Did they run out of Bud Light too?
Yes. There was 3 bars we went to ran out of Bud Light. In fact, one bar we went to was for the 98.5 pep rally.
Oh, wow.
They were delivering Bud Light as we were waiting in line. Like a special Budweiser like minivan pulled up and was rolling kegs in there.
That's weird. I know it happened to you in Tennessee, and that makes more sense. I mean, they're a sponsor of the NFL. You would think that Bud Light would be everywhere.
Well, one bar we went to, it was the same one as the 98.5, but a different location. Budweiser actually came in and bought the entire tap. So there was like 20 beers on tap, and they put every beer that they own on tap there instead of like anything else. So no Corona, no Miller, no Coors. Yeah. And they had like 5 beers I never heard of before, but they were like companies I guess Budweiser owns. They're like fruity beers, whatever that. So they put those on there. The guy at the bar was like, yeah, so Budweiser came in, gave us a big amount of money, gave us all the kegs for free, and just said, we want you to put all our beers on tap and take everyone else's off. And they're like, okay, freaking getting free beer. Why not, right? It's all profit at that point.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we were at the Pac bar right before the game, and everyone, it was all Pats fans in there. I mean,
sure.
And then all of a sudden these 2 douchey California people came in, they're like, oh my God, this is like a bar. What is that? They were like pushing me out of the way, and I got angry.
I'm sure. I assume you guys stayed for the whole like the MVP award. The whole thing. Yeah.
We stayed probably a half hour after the game was over.
Yeah.
And then we went down to the lower level, and we watched some shit. And by that point, the team was already off the field.
Yeah.
And then we walked from the stadium to Olympic Park, which was probably like a half a mile. And then we went back to the Park bar we were earlier. At this point, I'm belligerent. Like I was drinking vodka sodas all day because if I drank beer, I would get tired.
Do you remember a lot of the game?
Oh yeah, I remember the game.
Even though it was like a defensive
and I remember the halftime show and everything. But it's like I don't remember small details. Like for example, we could have took the train back and then took an Uber from the train station to my aunt's house. But what we did instead was it was like $20 from the train station to my aunt's house, or it was $37 from downtown Atlanta to my aunt's house. I'm like, for $17 more, I think I'll fucking take the trip so I don't have to take a train and wait, you know what I mean? So we had to find the Uber guy. We waited a little bit. We waited like an hour and a half after the game was before we got. So we got an Uber guy. I remember that. We had to chase him around the block a few times because he couldn't find the location we were at. We had to find him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, you made a logical decision when you were hammered.
Yeah, well, that was more Susan, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, well, I would have stayed out all night, but I think the caveat of the night was I was falling asleep at the bar. So I think at that point, it's usually a good point to go home.
Yeah.
And she was getting a headache. She was starting to come down off her friggin' buzz, too. So we were both about to crash.
Yeah.
We got back to my aunt's house probably around 1 o'clock in the morning. And we slept full-heartedly till at least 10:30 the next morning.
Yeah, you guys were quiet. And
good. We woke up, and when I woke up, I felt like I needed to sleep more. So we kind of just laid in bed. Then I finally said to him, like, we got to get out of here. We got to go for a walk because our flight wasn't until like 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah, just get the blood going.
Yeah, so there was like maybe like a mile. It ended up being a mile and a half away. There was like a strip mall near my aunt's house.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have a car. I'm like, let's just go for a walk. Unbeknownst to me, the entire walk was uphill. Like, it literally was a mile and a half uphill. So we get to the fucking this dive bar. The bar we went to, it was a restaurant/bar. It looked like it was right out of Bar Rescue. It was called like Joe's Sports Bar or something like that. Was that what it was called? Something like that? Something like that. It looked like it was like right out, it looked like a bar that would be out in Bar Rescue. And we get in there and the bartender is like talking about calling some guy a fat fuck, and she said she would if the Falcons were in the Super Bowl, she would have sold her body for tickets. Yeah. Which is very confusing to me. I guess if she said the Falcons were playing in the stadium,
did she have a body worth selling?
Nah, she was a little. She looked like your typical Tuesday or Monday morning bartender.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like day strippers and day bartenders.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the South. Yeah. So, she's like, oh, I would sell my body to go see the Falcons play in the Super Bowl. And I guess she meant specifically at the stadium, not because they were there 2 years before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She didn't sell her body that I know of to go see him play them. But it was. And then we walked back, and then we took a nap for 2.5 hours. Then went to the fucking. We were exhausted. Like that's why we didn't do the show last Wednesday. We were literally still recovering Wednesday. Yeah, and she got sick. We ended up going to bed like every night till like at 8 o'clock. It was very, very. It was rough.
Now the stadium itself, inside the photos look gorgeous. What I've seen inside, but the outside, I people think it looks gorgeous, but I think the outside looks like those pasta strainers that fold.
Yeah,
I think it looks like that from the outside.
So the stadium actually looks tiny from outside, which I was very surprised.
Yeah,
it looks it's the footprint and the way it's like designed and that's shaped, it's more round than oval, so it appears to look smaller than it is. But when you go in there, it's obviously oval, and it's pretty big. I mean, it's bigger than Gillette, obviously. It's smaller than the old Georgia Dome. The old Georgia Dome held like 90,000 people. It was gigantic.
Yeah.
One of those balloon fucking domes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So this took up like,
looks gorgeous.
3/4 of like the footprint. But the fucking roof opening, that's pretty fucking nasty. So they had opened the roof so they could do the flyby.
Which Belichick wasn't happy.
So did you see that? Yeah. Okay. So they had the roof open so we couldn't see it where we were sitting, but if you were down below, I bet you could see it. The fucking planes, we could see it from the video flying right over the hole. It was perfect. Like they were probably like fucking 100 feet over the hole of the stadium.
That's cool.
And you could hear them. The whole fucking stadium shook.
Roaring.
It was like, so they're mic'd up with Belichick. Him saying, because what the NFL wanted was a kick in midair.
Yes.
As the roof was closing, so they could slow it down.
8 minutes it takes to
close.
And
Belichick was not having that.
Yeah, he's not happy about it.
When he found out, it was funny. He's like, but he's like, that's going to throw off the whole wind proportion. We didn't prepare for a game with an indoor roof.
And McVay's pretty much like, woo wee, it's going to be fun.
He's like, Belichick, I love you. You see him before the game, too? He's like, you're the best. Like, he was like talking about like a girlfriend obsessed. Like, and then when he got to the stadium, he kept saying how great he was. I don't know. It was I would get to the point where it was like, if I was Belichick, I was like, McVay trying to fuck with me? Or is he just a fanboy?
Maybe.
You know what I mean? It's like,
maybe.
But, man, Pat's really, the defense showed up, huh?
I know, right? Where the hell? I know. No one saw that coming. And no one thought the score was going to be, although Joey's like called it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't count. I never heard him say it was going to be that. He's saying in group text, I totally called it.
He goes from
scoring.
Brady goes from a Super Bowl 2 years ago where he throws over 500 yards to a Super Bowl where he barely breaks $150. And it was more like that Super Bowl was like his first Super Bowl against the Rams. He only had 138 yards passing or something like that.
Yeah.
All defense.
I got a question for you. You know how Joe Flacco was traded today?
Yes, to the Broncos. Yeah.
Who would you rather have? And I'm kind of torn on this. Would you rather have Nick Foles or Joe Flacco? And here's the thing, though, because I feel like Nick Foles' best is better than Joe Flacco's best, but I feel like Nick Foles' worst is also worse than Joe Flacco's worst. So I feel like Joe Flacco is just kind of that even middle.
And is Nick Foles that good? Or is Flacco even that good? Because Flacco won a Super Bowl, but he had a fucking gigantic, awesome defense.
Yes.
Right? Foles won Super Bowl
in a shootout
where they just scored 1,000
But he can never seem to maintain that. And his lows are lower than Flacco. That's the thing. But his highs are higher than Flacco.
So Flacco's like the middle. He's
I don't know who would.
Flacco's like dating like an 8 or no. Flacco's like dating a 7.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. You know what you're gonna get, right? On the worst day, she's probably a 6. On the best day, she's an 8. But for the most part, she's a 7. Foles is like dating a chick that on her worst day she's like a 3, but on her best day she could be a 9.5.
She dusts off and cleans herself up.
But you don't know which one to get. You know when you go to the fucking the Cheesecake Factory with her, you don't know if you're gonna be taking the 3.5 or you're gonna be taking the 9.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Do you really want to risk that?
Or do you want the even 6?
I mean, when you close your eyes, it all feels the same at the end of the day, right?
Apparently, yeah.
So I guess either or. But I could see. It's interesting Flacco going out to Denver. I mean, they needed a quarterback, no doubt, and it is Elway, and he's a veteran quarterback.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird signing.
I still think they're a 500 team with Flacco out there, regardless.
Yeah, I don't see them being great.
And Baltimore is dependent on Lamar fucking what the hell's his name?
Lamar Jackson? No,
Lamar Jackson.
I'm just gonna say Jackson.
Jackson Lamar or is it Lamar Jackson? Lamar Jackson, right?
I don't know. He's gonna get broke. He's gonna break.
Yeah, I don't see that guy being the face of a franchise.
No, not with the way he plays.
No, he runs around like a lunatic.
Yeah.
He's a fucking fragile piece of machinery.
With that play style, like 2 years max. And then something's gonna break.
I don't see if you're the Baltimore Ravens right now. I don't see any anticipating. Although Antonio Brown does want to get traded. That fucking
he does want to get traded. Yeah,
yes.
He requested a trade. Yeah, right.
Patriots, you think?
No.
So you're the second person that said no.
I would hope not. Oh, I just don't need him. I feel like he's not the kind of receiver that fits the mold.
Yeah,
to be in here.
I mean, either was Randy.
True.
But
he's within our. The Steelers are not going to trade with the Patriots.
Well, that's the problem. Yeah, you have to hope for him not to show up to practice, and then the Steelers just to cut him.
Yeah.
And then the Pats picking him up on a cheap waiver, but the Pats not going to want to pay him. That's the problem.
What about Le'Veon Bell? What the hell's going to happen with him?
Bell, who knows? I think Brown's going to the Saints. That's my
I can see
prediction.
him going to the Cowboys.
Yeah, he's going to. Well, I think he's going to go somewhere where he has a kind of a chance to win and a quarterback that can throw. Because that's what he needs.
Yeah.
I don't think Goff's the quarterback that can throw. The guy was on his tippy toes trying to throw,
Yeah.
Maybe, I mean, if he goes to Kansas City. But then again, you got to remember, like you said, they got to trade for him. Yeah. And I don't think Pittsburgh's going to trade within their conference.
Definitely not.
You know what I mean? No. That's kind of ridiculous. That's why I think the Saints is probably the best because there's a quarterback that can throw.
Yeah.
There's not really many NFC quarterbacks that can throw.
Yeah, I can see them go to the Cowboys, too.
Cowboys, too, yeah. Someone said something about the Cowboys. I'm never going to win with fucking, what's his face's quarterback?
Dak Prescott?
Prescott.
He's okay. He's worse.
There is worse.
Yeah.
I think Romo was worse.
Romo was like one of those people. Remember, he had back problems. Like, you were never going to get a full season out of him, no matter what.
And Romo was actually statistically one of the best fantasy quarterbacks to actually carry.
He would throw
fucking points every week.
Ooh, you know who's going to be a new age Tony Romo? Carson Wentz. Because Wentz has a lot of back problems.
Yeah, he might be, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's going to be the new generation of Romo.
If I was Philadelphia, I think I would just ride the Volkswagen than the Wentz. I don't know, Wentz.
Well, he bought out his contract. You see that? He paid $2 million to get out of his contract.
Who? What was that?
Foles. Yeah.
Which is stupid because why didn't you just sit around and wait for him to trade him?
Well, the thing is, actually, this is kind of a classy move. The Eagles actually, he was like, I guess, like maybe 4. You know, there's incentives and stuff.
Yeah.
He was like, I think 4 passes away from it triggering like a $10 million bonus or something. Okay. And he was 4 short, and the Eagles just gave it to him anyway.
Oh, that was nice of him.
Yeah.
I mean, they better throw him a fucking bone. They won
right?
the first fucking Super Bowl they won in 37 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come on. You beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl as a backup fucking quarterback. He deserves something.
Yeah, exactly.
If they didn't give him that fucking incentive, they're just assholes.
4 passes short.
Like, what the fuck's $4 million and whatever the hell it was in the fucking hindsight for a guy that you're pretty much saying you don't want anymore. But you said that at the beginning of the last season, and all of a sudden, who's coming back?
Yeah.
Fucking
goofballs. I wouldn't want him though. He's too streaky.
I was reading something online about the NFL draft and how that Murray guy might fall to the Patriots because the one who's playing baseball who got signed off the A's.
Yeah.
And they're saying that he's such a space case, depending on what he wants to do. Like, a lot of teams are going to pass on him. If the Pats trade up, it may be a decent quarterback. And I was talking about it at lunch today, and I go, here's the thing. So he takes $1 million guarantee, go play for the A's, right? Okay, that's good. But he has to start off in minor league. It could be 5 years till he makes the majors, right? Mm-hmm. So he starts making big money. But for the meantime, he has $1 million to send in. Or he's drafted in the first round, and when you get drafted in the first round, you automatically make $7 million. And then you may never play for 3 years. So I think I'd rather make $7 million and sit on the bench behind Tom Brady, possibly win a Super Bowl, and pretty much line yourself up for the next position.
I thought he said he's not going to go to the baseball at all.
Well,
he's not.
I guess he's very wishy-washy with his answers. So
I thought he announced, though, officially he's not
doing it.
He did,
but it's one of those things where if he gets drafted to a team he doesn't want to play for, he may choose baseball. He hasn't.
He returned a signing bonus.
To the baseball?
To A's, to Oakland, yeah. He gave signing bonus. He gave like 1.2 of the 1.5 million back.
Did he really?
Yeah. That's ballsy.
That's pretty ballsy. I think he did that just so an incentive.
Maybe.
But he's going to get some of that money back if he does go to baseball.
Did you check out the, speaking of football, the AAF Football League?
I did not watch any. I actually caught, I looked on YouTube because it was the talk of town. And the hit that someone got fucking murdered on, it was like one, I don't know what team it was. It was one guy whose quarterback just got drilled.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So I was so I'm doing research on this fucking
That's what I'm pulling up right now. That's why I was.
And there's 8 teams.
Yep.
And they're all pretty much down south and out west. Mm-hmm. And they were on the NFL Network. And I was like,
CBS
why the
too.
fuck? And I was like, why? And I read into it. Mm-hmm. The NFL is using this as their minor league, essentially. So so basically the NFL is embracing the AAF because what they're going to do is basically use it, because every player in the AAF that makes $250,000. That's it. Every player, no matter how good you are, no matter how bad you are.
Yeah.
It's like a straight salary for every player. The NFL, and it's full of old NFL players, guys that get drafted, has-beens.
I'd say 85% have been at least connected to NFL
So
teams.
the NFL is looking at the AAF as being like a cherry pick. So what they can do is they watch the AAF in the offseason, and they can see a guy who's really highlighting and there may have to be some aspirations to be on a team because these guys can get out of their contract anytime in the AAF.
I see.
And like say like Belichick sees some fucking receiver that no one's heard before.
I didn't know that. I actually did not know that.
Yeah, so that's the only reason the NFL is embracing them.
Meanwhile, well, it also could be too for these some of these rules that are being put in play for the AAF that maybe the NFL is considering and see how it plays out.
So no kickoffs.
No kickoffs.
Yep. No extra point.
No extra point. And overtime, the team starts on the 10 of the other team. Yeah.
So because a lot of the people who are in the AAF basically are old NFL.
Sorry, I think it's the radio station.
Yeah, right? That's what it looks like, right? So it's like basically like old NFL players or old people that work in the NFL. So yes, I think basically they're testing stuff out. So it's its own company, but it's really just like, part of the NFL essentially. Yeah. It's like minor league baseball. Like a team is not part of that system, it's just affiliated with it. You know what I mean?
I mean, the ratings actually did a decent job on opening, but a lot of that's curiosity.
Yeah.
But now what I'm wondering is how the hell is the XFL going to deal?
Well, hey, it's no
in 2020 when they come
no Massachusetts Pirates in arena football.
$150 for season tickets.
I'm thinking about it.
I don't want to go away to Worcester. If it was closer.
No, it's commuter rail.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
you take the commuter rail out of South Station. $10 for the weekend on Saturday nights.
Maybe.
Go to fucking Woodchester, go to a little hangout, go watch some arena football. I watched some of the Pirates football on YouTube, and it's literally like they play in a basketball court. Oh, it's a hockey rink, right? And they only go one way. So it's like 50 yards just one way in a hockey rink, and you only can score one way. Obviously, if there's an interception, you can ride it back the other way. But it's like, yeah, it's pretty. It's weird. It's like I don't know. I can't really describe it. It's like playing like tag football at the park with your friends. You know what I mean?
So they don't really hit.
They not really. No. It's like I don't know. It's just weird.
With the lingerie football league,
yeah.
Those girls hit.
Yeah,
they don't joke around. Those girls really smack the hell out of each other.
I remember watching Powder Puff in high school when the girls would play that one game a year. I don't know if you did. Revere would play North Reading.
Yeah.
And I remember those broads used to go out in Revere, and they were like fucking like all hyped up, and they were like barely. They weren't wearing pads. It was flag football, and they would knock each other out.
Yeah.
And lingerie football is pretty.
Yeah, but they just wear pads. They don't have jerseys on. They wear pads and they show their bellies, but like they hit hard.
When Sue was in high school, she played in the lingerie football league. Right, Sue? No comments.
Oh, she's listening to that.
Oh, she's actually listening this time. Huh. Yeah, the XFL is going to be a tough comp. When's the XFL planning to air their games?
2020, that's all I know.
But like what part of the year?
I don't know.
Because this AAF only starts now, and it's Super Bowl or Big Bowl or whatever. There's only a 10-week league. Yeah. So it's done by playoffs for football, for baseball, for hockey and basketball.
The AAF league could really hurt the NFL in the sense that, like, I mean, people I think they want to miss the NFL.
Yeah.
So it's like if there's too much football, it's like, okay, we'll put this on because football's not on it right now. But then people might get kind of sick of it, and then the NFL comes back and it's like, we just watch more football.
I was entertained because we're going to be in Florida in March, the first week of March, and Orlando has a team, and I was curious if they were playing. That are way that they're in San Antonio that weekend, but it's a 4-game playoff. So there's four teams. So half the league makes it to the playoffs, and then they do a playoff for their division. So the East will play against each other, the West will play against each other, and then there'll be the Super Bowl. I think.
Is that the AF?
Yeah.
There's 8 teams.
Yeah. So I mean, half the league makes it, so that's good, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll see. I'll watch it this Saturday. I'm gonna get naked and watch it. I think.
It's hot.
Yeah. Play with my balls while I'm watching some ball. Right, Sue? What do you think she's looking at over there? Houses? The wedding's over now. She's not looking at wedding stuff anymore.
Houses.
She's definitely not watching the Daily Woo with the glory hole on TV.
She's excited about it.
Yeah. We're going to invite him over one of these days to a Daily Woo.
I'm mad he didn't show up at your wedding.
I am mad, too. I didn't put on an invite and everything. There was a whole table for the YouTubers. It was called the YouTube table.
Does he have like a P.O. box?
He does.
If you want to mail him?
Yeah. So does the Nomadic Fanatic has one, and Tim Tracker has one, and the Carpetbagger has one, and Camel Dave. We haven't watched Camel Dave yet.
That sounds a little weird.
Yeah, all he does is every day he goes into his basement and he videotapes himself talking about all YouTubers. Like he pretends he's like E Entertainment. And he just say, tonight I guess the Daily Will's been doing that tonight. Oh.
Do you write them fan letters? Like little girls write boy bands fan letters. Oh my gosh, I want you every day. I love you so
Like,
much.
like in a
I wanna
bikini,
be
but he's
just
in like a
like
Speedo.
you.
Yeah. I send cockpits to him.
Are you going to be the head of their fan club?
I already am. I actually run 2 groups on Facebook for the Nomadic Fanatic and the Daily Woo. It's called... She thinks I'm kidding. I run the Daily Woo, Adam the Woo fans of New England and the Nomadic Fanatic fans of New England.
I really wouldn't doubt it. I don't believe you, but I wouldn't doubt it.
How many members do you have?
There's a few thousand in each of them. I think you're the whale because you don't like them. So how
None
you
of
like?
our group of friends likes them.
No, they all like them. They just don't talk about it.
I get annoyed. But I can't tell if it's more I'm jealous because these assholes are actually getting paid to do this, or if they annoy me.
We met 2 friends today of Tim Tracker.
Yeah, and they were the wife is. You think Jen's annoying?
Yeah.
Oh God, no, Susie. This girl is like all about hogging the camera and says like in literally every other word.
She's a little chubby.
Yeah.
What was it? The double whammy?
Yeah, the Disney double whammy.
The Disney double whammy. The
Disney
Disney
double
double duo.
It's something like that. Yeah. Oh my God.
You know what she reminds me of? Remember the broad in Nashville that sat down at a table to yell at you? Or yell at me, I guess. Like her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You
amazing.
can tell she beats him. She probably
Yeah.
hits her husband.
She-
Like,
yes,
constantly.
definitely.
Like she's like, we gotta do this.
And I can't tell. He has a little Asian in him. He has the slant eye.
Yeah, but they were slant, but they were down.
Well, I don't know if he was
really
like in a car accident. And he had like
So if you could flip my eyes upside down,
Yeah.
and it would be that slopey like that.
Yeah. Is
was
there a
weird.
particular Asian that the eyes slant that way?
No, that's just what's weird about
I
it.
just thought they just slanted.
Oh.
And why do Asians have slanty eyes anyways? Do you know?
I supposedly they say it's because of that region of the world and the sand and the sandstorms.
That makes sense.
But it kind of doesn't. I mean, how long were people in that area with sandstorms? People who evolved to that.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Oh, you know what? I have that thing on TV right now. We could just put up the double duo.
Oh yeah, Susan, she's ecstatic. But
The Disney double dose, right? Is that what it was?
something like that.
Yeah, there they are. Those cuties right there. Do you see like the picture? Do you see the picture right there? Like the main thing, they're wearing like matching T-shirts and stuff.
Yeah, it's so cute.
Yeah,
It's adorable.
she looks like a girl that doesn't turn down a hamburger. I can tell you that much. You know what I mean?
Oh, I had my credit card compromised. That was great.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and it's funny because this is like maybe actually it hasn't happened in a couple of years, but this is like probably the 4th time it's ever happened, and it was interesting because I was trying to pay a bill with my credit card actually, and it wouldn't go through. So then I was like, all right, that's weird. So I call Capital One and I'm like, hey, I'm trying to use my credit card and for some reason it's not going through. And they're like, oh well, actually all these charges hit it from somewhere in Japan and we cut it off. It didn't. But the thing is, I checked my online statement and like nothing looked odd.
Yeah.
Apparently they caught it. And they just kind of like laughed at it, like, yeah, there's no way. And they just shut it down. But they never called me to tell me they stopped my card from working, which they usually do.
Did you tell them it's kind of ironic because you plan on going to Japan?
No, I did not. But anyway, so I'm like, all right. So they're like, we're sorry about that. We're going to issue a new card. I'm like, all right, well, I'm trying to use my credit card for something right now. Like,
There she is.
where can I get...
Yeah.
Where can I get? I'm like, I know my credit card number is on my online profile, but what about my security number on the back of the card?
Yeah.
Is that on my online one too? He's like, no, you got to download the app for that. I'm like, you fucking kidding me.
Really dicking your own.
Meanwhile, I realized because of freaking auto renewal a couple of years ago, I bought my Norton security for your computer, right? And it defaulted to auto renew, and I got whacked with a $120 charge on my credit card.
Yeah,
and I was mad. But you know what? I don't care about having the Capital One app on my phone because I'm going to use Norton to my advantage.
Yeah.
You know, if I fucking have it for another year, I paid $120 for it. I'm going to download every app possible for that.
Yeah, you might as well.
Yeah.
You know what I do when I get charged and I don't like? I just say, I didn't buy that.
There's actually a feature, though, for the Norton thing. This is interesting. And it's if I activate it, if somebody tries to punch in my my code on my phone 10 times and does it wrong, it'll wipe my phone out completely to factory.
God. Jeez, that's kind of dangerous.
I know, right? What if someone's a dick? Like, what if you want to be an asshole and purposely type in 10 times?
But he's like doing it like he doesn't realize it. He's just trying to get into the mallet files.
Like 10 times?
Yeah, and then all of a sudden your phone goes blank.
Wiped.
That sucks. Can you imagine? What do you do?
Well, it's just a factory. You know, I mean.
Yeah, but you lose all your pitches.
Lose all your info.
Unless you have it on the cloud.
Yeah. That's the fun.
Do you guys have clouds on that?
Google Cloud, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the cloud. Oh. Sue the cloud.
What about the club?
Everything's in the cloud.
Everything's in the cloud.
You looking at these people?
She's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. That ride no longer exists anymore in Disney. They shut it down a week after we went there. We didn't go on the People Mover, though. We should have done that.
Oh, gosh, you got cankle.
Oh, yeah. I can't tell where her thighs begin and her ankles end.
She got cankle.
Just like one solid. It looks like a mannequin leg.
You
know?
I have no ankles, though.
Yeah,
I can actually touch my 2 fingers. Look at this. I can touch my thumb.
Let me ask you a question. What cost of money would I have to give you to suck those toes after a day of Disney?
Okay.
I mean, suck that big toe like a chick does in a porno.
Am I sober?
I mean, it doesn't really matter.
No, it does matter because if I'm how much you'd have to pay me is a little bit lower the more drunk I am. If I'm sober, the cost is higher.
What's your absolute minimum that you would do like sober?
Sober, $100,000.
$100,000 to suck a Disney toe. Yeah,
I'll do $100,000.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah,
it's fair.
Drunk? Probably
free.
We'll cut that. God no. Oh God. Drunk? Yeah, probably. I'd be like 25,000. Sure. 50,000, 25,000.
She's like the typical like chick that goes home with Eric at the end of the night, you know.
If she's gonna put the camera that close to her, whiten your teeth.
Yeah, you're right.
That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, she has like a look like a familiar look.
She's all me.
No, it's all about her.
Yeah, look at him. He's even in another cart.
Yeah, they're not even sitting together. Yeah, that's a 2-person ride, by the way. That is a 2-person ride, and they're sitting separate.
She beats him.
Maybe she can't fit into the ride when he's in it.
Oh,
I don't know.
That's right. Maybe they can't fit together.
There's a weight requirement. Maybe they can't. When was the last time we took an elevator together?
Oh my God.
You know. By the way, I kicked Suze's ass on this is the ride that Julian Edelman and Tom Brady were on when they were doing their Disney World.
Yeah.
My thing didn't work.
Sure it didn't. The Buzz Lightyear ride, I kicked her ass by a million.
Why is she wearing those sunglasses?
Did you like those?
No.
Oh, well, there goes your Valentine's.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah. Like that camera is way too close to her face.
It is. Yeah. He's like, "Can I talk?" No,
you're not allowed to.
I beat you. My channel.
My titties are bigger than yours.
I only married you so I could have somebody with me so I don't look alone.
Yeah. Think they have sex on a regular basis, or?
Maybe.
She looks like the type of guy, some type of chick that would cheat on him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like for example, like if they were like she was out with like the girls, right? And some like decent looking dude went up to her and started talking to her, just looking to get laid. She'd probably fuck him.
She'd be like, I have a YouTube channel. Don't mind that guy there.
Yeah. That's my brother. That's what she would say. Maybe it is a brother. Who knows? We don't know. They're from Cincinnati, though.
Mm.
You know.
We're on to Cincinnati.
Yeah. You ever meet girls? I don't think I've ever met an attractive person from Cincinnati.
I don't think I've even met anybody from Cincinnati.
I only met people from the flight attendant days as they came and go from the restaurant.
Are there a few states you've never met anybody from there?
Let me think.
Like locally. I don't mean like in your travels. I mean locally, like around here. Have you ever? Are there states where like someone's like, I'm from?
I remember I met someone from Delaware working at the bar. Obviously, everyone from I met someone at least from any New England state I've met. New York, I've met people.
Yeah.
New Jersey,
from,
Pennsylvania. I've met people from Wisconsin, Michigan,
Nebraska.
I've never met anyone from Nebraska other than being in Nebraska.
Idaho.
Oh, come on. Vegas?
The
Idaho chicks?
Yeah.
I guess we had to go to Vegas to meet the Idaho chicks, but...
No, I mean, like here.
Yeah, like Nebraska and Kansas people, I've only met them in those states.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like here, though, have you met anybody who says, I'm from? Are there any states that...
No.
Yeah. Montana?
Mississippi.
Mississippi.
I don't think I've ever met a Mississippi person.
I'm trying to think of more square states. Those are the ones nobody lives in.
Montana. Yes, I have. Eric's old roommate, the dude. His girlfriend was from Montana. That's the only reason I ever know from Montana. His ex-girlfriend. Yes. Oregon. Yes, I think I met someone there. California, obviously. Nevada. Yes. Well, yeah, I guess you could say.
North or South Dakota?
Ooh, I don't think so.
Yeah, there we go.
Other than being in those states, I've never met anyone from those states. Oh, here we go.
My cousin stole his aunt's car and drove to North Dakota when he was 15.
Yeah, it's a true story.
Oh, shit.
And
and ended up in a hit and run in Cincinnati, Ohio.
That would have been on. That would have been in Tennessee Crime News.
And what was the point of that? Just for the hell of it?
Met some girl on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it was
Met
about a girl.
somebody online,
Oh,
and her family took him in. And my aunt flew up there, and they didn't want to let him go back with her.
but nobody died. That's good.
That's a little weird.
That we know
That's
of.
extremely weird.
Was your aunt looking for her car for the last few days? She's like, how'd they get back up to? How'd they get up there? Did they fly up there? She fly up there?
She flew up there, and then they had to drive back.
Oh, that was an awkward 2-day drive.
I would love to delve into your family history, Stu. It sounds like you have a lot of interesting characters.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Do you imagine stealing your mom's car?
That's why my mom is the only one that was at the wedding.
Can you
Family-wise.
imagine stealing your mom's car in high school and then driving to another state, and then your mom coming to fly out to get you, and you guys had to drive back together?
I think it's a great story.
He didn't even have a driver's license or a permit.
Then you get a hit and a run too, so
Yep.
So you didn't just you caused criminal acts along the way.
Look at this bitch. Look at this bitch.
Oh God.
Look at him. He's gonna kill himself.
Yeah, he does look like he's gonna kill himself.
He's gonna hang himself.
When was the last time you think she went down on him?
Oh God, probably years. He actually, his face looks like he's got his eyes like go down.
Yeah,
like
he
this.
just look
Like he's got Bell's palsy.
like a little downsy maybe.
In case of the down.
Kind of looks like the guy from the Clint Black, not Clint Black, Garth Brooks music video.
Like a grown-up version of that kid.
Yeah. They're gonna start running around the fire. Remember a tit comes out. You think a tit comes out?
Oh God. Chin's flat.
Oh, I was gonna say, look at her face fat. It's just flopping in the wind.
Man.
God. Oh my God.
Ugh.
Oh, that's not. All right, you're a girl, Stu. You know as well as any girl does. You'd never film yourself from the down up. This girl's the worst part. All girls want their picture taken from above, right?
Yes.
So you don't see like the chin or everything looks more proportional from above. Yeah, because your face is not set. All your skin and everything. She's filming from the worst possible angle.
So she needs like one of those, like a selfie stick. Cause
She does, yeah.
to hold it up.
Not allowed in Disney.
Oh.
If it expands, it's not allowed.
Huh.
Same with the Super Bowl. If you had an expanded selfie stick, it wouldn't let
I
you
wonder
in
how
there.
many Japanese tourists get denied then. 'Cause
Probably
they
a
love
lot.
them. Yeah.
There was a story where people were the selfie sticks were fine in the park, but then people started bringing them on rides, and they were riding with a fucking selfie stick, and that's when they drew the line. So they don't allow that anymore.
Something must have happened though.
I think someone probably impaled themselves.
Yeah.
I bought a. You were here. Were you here when I bought my? I showed you my GoPro body vest.
Yes.
So I used that on the scooters no, remember we were
Yeah, I
in
saw the
Atlanta?
video.
Yeah, those videos. Remember we seen those scooters? We finally did one.
Nice.
It was awesome. It
Yeah, I
was
saw the video you posted. Yeah.
Yep. And so Busch Gardens, we're going to Busch Gardens on March 2nd in Tampa. And they allow us, you're allowed to bring GoPros on as long as they're like body on you or like whatever. You can't hold a camera on there. So I'm going to take it on all the roller coasters. I'm going to ride the vest. Just like Tim Tracker does.
God.
I'm actually trying to arrange hanging out with Timmy Tracker in Busch Gardens, and Sue can hang out with Jen Tracker. It was just another day.
I think I'd pay to see that.
It was just another day in Tampa.
I'm sure it'd be
So
having a
we
good
thought-
time. I'm sure they're good people.
I think they don't look like they drink or have fun. She looks like she puts a few back though.
Yeah.
He looks like the type of guy that doesn't drink, and she looks like the type of girl that fucking doesn't have self-control.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I bet she gets hammered.
Oh yeah, I bet you
Probably.
absolutely. Yeah, I bet she does. I bet she gets like wicked hammered and fucking just does. Like she's like super annoying. She's like slur as a space. Tammy, Tammy, listen to me.
She at least seems like she might like this broad right here does not seem like she's probably nice in real life.
No.
She probably seems to be bitchy and a control freak.
So
Right? But Jen Tracker at least seems like she might be nice in real life.
she does have a little annoyance to her. She does remind me of the flight attendant girl that I once dated, of the annoyance level. And they both worked at Disney together, I think, because they're ex-Disney employees. So at some point they probably crossed paths.
I'm sure you have to go through a vigorous background to be an employee at Disney.
No, you don't.
No?
No, no. They're looking for anyone to work at Disney because
Oh, they pay them nothing.
they pay them nothing.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in the Disney intern program for college. They literally, come and be an intern at Disney, right? And you have classes during the day, and that night they make you work picking up garbage at Epcot. Yeah, so it's not very glamorous, indeed.
I'm sure you get free access to the park.
You do. You get to go to the park anytime you want for free.
Yeah.
And you do get buddy passes for friends to go into and stuff.
That's cool.
So you do have your perks on that matter. And, like, I always feel bad is when you go to, like, the countries, like when you go to Norway, and, like, the people's name tags says they're from Norway. They just pull a fucking foreigner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're working like a slave here in the hot Florida sun.
Maybe if I was rich, it'd be a decent job just for benefits. Like if I was bored.
If I was retired, so we went to Cinderella's castle for breakfast when we were there, and this little old lady was the hostess, and she was from Dorchester, because she seen my Red Sox hat, and I seen her name, and I said, "Oh, Dorchester, Mass." She's like, "Ah, yeah." She's like, "I'm retired now. I'm just hanging." She sounded like she used to smoke a pack of Marlboros a day. She's like, "Yeah, I'm just retired now in Florida, enjoying myself. The grandchildren love the benefits." Like, okay.
Oh, back to the Super Bowl just for 1 second,
Yeah.
though. So, Sue, did you go downstairs and find Artie's can?
No, I don't think she went down.
She didn't go down.
She'd be in the mailbox, I think. It's probably taking up our entire mailbox.
So I remember I'm at my work, and I looked down at my phone, and I noticed I have 40. No, it was like it's like 28. I'm being realistic. About 28 text messages. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, what is this? I look in the group chat, and it is all back and forth between Artie, Eric, Joey about a can that's missing from Artie's collection of Budweiser, NFL
Bud Light,
team cans.
NFL teams, yes.
And the Rams one was missing when Artie came back.
right.
But it was weird. There was this delay of nobody saying anything
Yes.
for like a couple hours.
That's why I think someone's fucking with me.
right. And
I think it accidentally got. Here's what happened. I know what happened. So I got the 2017 series of NFL teams, and I have all 32 cans. We had to buy the whole 36 pack, right? And we ceremonially drank each team, and we put it on display. And then on the playoffs, we have the teams laid up in front of the TV, and that's what it is. They're not meant to be touched or diddled around by anyone but myself. But for some reason, they took it amongst themselves to, as when the Patriots won the Super Bowl, remove the Rams can from the TV where it stands, right?
yeah.
So this is what happened. It was a blue can, and on the back, it just says Bud Light, right? Easily mistaken as a regular Bud Light can. So these drunk buffoons were drinking probably nothing but Bud Light that weekend, had all the empty cans on the counter, and decided they had to clean up before I came home. And they threw all the cans away.
Or I have a theory. My theory is maybe they didn't realize you were going to keep all the cans forever.
And they destroyed that can?
And like they saw that, and like
Yeah.
the Rams lost. Someone grabbed it, was like, "Yeah, Rams, fuck you," and crushed it.
I also
and
could be
threw
a prospect. I also suspect that's actually.
Yeah.
Haven't they seen what the top of the counters?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, but
I got accidentally because Joey said the last time he seen the can was on the counter, and I bet there was a bunch of empties on the counter, and I bet they all got thrown away.
Yeah.
That's what I suspect.
I know Suze is heartbroken that I'm sure.
And my
she's
OCD
thinking 20
kicked in.
years, 20 years from now, you're gonna be like,
You know how pissed off I would have been if I couldn't find that
displayed.
can on eBay? And how
bought on eBay.
how mind blowing is the guy who was selling the can on eBay that someone was buying a St. Louis or a fucking LA Rams?
He was kind of smart. He knew
He knew his fucking
maybe there's
his
somebody
audience.
out there that might want it, you know. And now it's sitting in your mailbox, probably crushed because the can.
If the mailman fucked my can up, I'd be pissed. I don't know if it's empty or full. I don't know.
Well, I don't think you serve alcohol through the mail.
You're not supposed to. I mean, it's eBay.
It's true,
Anything is possible.
but it's a fluid,
It is a fluid, yeah.
so it's probably.
They always ask you, do you have anything liquid or fluid in this package? What if I did? What if I was selling something that was liquidly? Is that okay? Like, what's the big deal?
That's a good question. They
They-
probably ask
they-
what kind.
Did they put it on the bottom of the shelf
Is
instead
it
of the
flammable?
Because it's yeah. I like the pictures on the fucking in the mailbox and the post office too. Nothing like you can't mail gasoline cans. In case you wonder.
Yeah, well, people are stupid.
Yeah.
They'll try to
well,
mail
lithium
anything.
batteries.
Yeah.
I remember one time there's a video on Facebook floating around when my old computer broke. I set it on fire in my backyard of my old house,
No.
and I totally forgot what happens when fire hits a lithium battery, and it exploded. It almost
Shit.
almost took the side of my house off.
Damn.
I was far enough away that it wouldn't cause any damage, but close enough that when the thing exploded, I could feel the fucking. Yeah.
I think both sides. I think Eric and Joey thought you were fucking around.
Yeah.
And I think they thought you were fucking around too. I think it was like kind of a
Yeah,
standoff.
well, I
can.
can tell you once the fucking can comes up here, who's fucking now? That's what I say. Who's fucking now? Put that on a t-shirt, kid. Yeah. And when I go to Florida in a few weeks, I better not have any more cans removed.
So what about next NFL season? I mean, what if there are cans then? Do you get those ones too?
Yes.
Oh, so you have to do another whole
Yeah,
other
but
set
they
of NFL
didn't
cans.
do it this year. They didn't do 18. I wonder why. It's weird. And it's the only season I've ever seen them do it a whole complete set. Like every city has their own cans,
Yeah.
but for a whole complete set, blew me away. It was like $30 for
NFL
30.
team.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta have this. Gotta have this.
So it really was like a 32 pack.
It was a 36 pack. They gave you 4 of just regular Bud Lights.
Oh, okay.
Which confused me when I was in the store because I was looking through it and seeing. I thought one pack was a team.
Yeah.
And I go, that sucks. You have 36 of the same team. But no, they're all different teams. I got very excited.
Oh.
Anything that's a variety pack, I enjoy. I drank Bud Light for a good 2 weeks because of that. You know? And then it happened when we were down in New Orleans. Every city had, like, every time we kept getting every time we got a 12 pack, there were the New Orleans Saints cans.
That's right. They were the New Orleans Saints cans.
So we had a shit ton of those floating around somewhere. Too bad we didn't lose a Saints can. I could have easily got one. Plethora of them. Back in the day, I did collect. If you look behind you,
there's a lot of cans behind here.
The Bud Light baseball, 16 ounces.
Oh, yeah, I see.
That was 2005. MLB was putting, 2007. MLB was putting all their teams on Bud and Bud Light aluminum bottles, and they were selling them inside the stadiums. And you could also buy them outside the stadiums. So I had, when I went on my road trip, every baseball park I went to, I took one. So I have like a couple Mets, a couple Orioles.
And you still have them?
Yes.
Like a hoarder. You're turning into a hoarder. You're going to be that can hoarder. They're going to be piling up.
I have collections, okay? They're not hoarding. I have collections. Do you want to have fucking collections? What's your collection? Clothes? Yeah. I don't call you a hoarder. I say you're a collectible. What do you have a collection of, Mallet?
No. Remember my mom handed
Ex-girlfriend's
the baton over to you.
Gross. What? I'm sorry.
My mom handed the baton over to you.
That's right.
With my clothes, shoes, and sweatshirt obsessions.
Yes.
So it's your collection now.
I don't call it a problem. I call it a collection.
No, you call it a problem.
No, it's an unorganized problem. At least my collection is organized.
I used to collect baseball.
Your collection.
Well, behind here is a different story, though.
Over here isn't a work in progress. I'm slowly moving things over.
Yeah.
To where?
To the other part of the apartment.
The other corner.
Yeah, the other corner.
Let's get in there.
At least I know where everything is. At least I don't go through and find a can that still has a price tag on that I bought 2 years ago.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah. You know, like when we were moving out of New Orleans and we went in your closet and you found the whole wardrobe for 15 people that you didn't even know had. Price tag still on.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
That's a little exaggerated.
A little? A little? I bet if we go in that room right now, I can find at least 3 outfits that still have a price tag on that you forgot about.
No.
No?
No.
3?
I think I'm being generous of 3. I'm thinking more like a deuce.
I'm pretty sure I could do that with 1.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking a girl, definitely 3, easily.
See, I couldn't even do it off 1. I've never not won anything I own.
That might be 1 thing.
At least one.
Like I got like a holiday from like a relative.
Yeah.
Something or like that.
That usually goes right.
Aware.
That goes into the bag to Salvation
Yeah,
Army.
see, I'm too lazy to do that.
Yeah.
It just builds up in my closet.
Throws it away. See, I feel guilty throwing clothes away that are perfectly good.
Yeah, I don't either.
Like I got a pair of pants that were nut huggers that literally looked like I was like, I couldn't even sit down because my dick was just like
the hot dog above the Frank above the beans.
It was just so uncomfortable, and I wear box. Everything was all bunched up. I wore the pants once, and I felt guilty throwing them away.
Yeah.
I figured there's probably some small man out there who wants a pair of blue pants.
Oh, that's very nice.
You know. And then I see what they do to the clothes when you turn them in. Like you put them in like the bins at the Salvation
Half of them go
Army.
to China.
Yeah, and then they just throw them in the back of a truck.
Yeah, I would say that like 75% of those actually go to China and they sell them on the street.
What do they do there?
They sell them on the street to like poverty people.
Really?
Yeah.
That's well.
And the shirts that like because somewhere out there's like there's shirts that say like Super Bowl champions
19-0 Patriots perfect season Super Bowl.
Oh, like Rams. You know where those go to Africa?
Yeah, I heard.
There's like little kids running around. I think the Rams won the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah. They don't know what the fucking Rams are. They think it's an animal. They're like, why is the animal winning the Super Bowl? These people probably never seen a fucking airplane before. They look up and like, what is the big steel bird in the sky?
Oh my god.
Ooh, it's that time of year again. They dropping prizes for us.
Depends on where. No, a lot of them hate American football over there.
And the best part is they're naked 90% of the time. What the fuck are they gonna do for a t-shirt?
Who the fuck are you in Africa?
I think these tribes like in the middle of Nigeria, literally the big steel plane in the sky.
Sadly, there's only like 12 of those left ever in completely.
Well, you know what? The plane guy's just driving, smoking a cigarette, opens up the back hatch, and these fucking boxes of t-shirts. They don't ever seen a t-shirt in their life before. They're wearing them as fucking bandanas. They're wearing them as pants. They're like, what the fuck is this?
Oh man,
I would love to discover one of those tribes and seeing this like these like Africans wearing 19-0 Patriots t-shirts
I
from
want
2007.
Can
you imagine?
Sell that.
No, the NFL must be like locked down because you never see those things.
I know.
go.
You know, it's weird.
Those things are like must be in a fucking vault somewhere. Like it must be like punishable to death if you release those.
No, but like the same thing happens. Like I said, like those Super Bowl teams that lose because the shirts are printed, they're over there.
Yeah.
But you don't see those here either.
No, that's what I'm saying. You never see them like out here. Like they like
going to Africa.
It must be punishable to death in America if you release one of those T-shirts.
Yeah,
because you never see them. Not even by mistake. Not even by someone that works at us. You know what I mean?
I know. Yeah.
You know, because you figure if you're a guy like it must be like punishable to death.
But you would think you would even see one of them. Somebody travels, like someone travels, like in other third world countries, maybe getting one. Think it's hilarious. And
one of these trips would be funny if we all went to Africa and we're just walking down the street and these kids are wearing Patriots like Super Bowl like against we beat the Giants.
But like we start laughing and pointing, and everyone thinks we're going to attack the kids, so they kill us.
That'd
we're
be bad.
Oh my god! And they're like, what's happening?
I'd give the kid a shiny nickel for that T-shirt.
Oh,
you know,
that's very generous of you.
AIDS T-shirts, just dropping them in there.
Oh god, that thing's getting bleached.
Oh god,
washed 1,000,000 times.
Yeah, you know. See, Eric's text about going to Houston this year rather than DC, and he's like, "Why aren't we going to Houston?" I go, "Because I think we're trying to make it cheap because we're planning on going to possible Japan."
My first question would be, so who's in Houston? Because you know that means he's probably talking to somebody.
Yeah.
Why did he suggest it?
And that's why, maybe we met some girl on Tinder. And that's why I said to him, I go, do you realize the fattest city in the country is Houston by population? Like, they have the most obese people overweight.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a bunch of just like, you know, refugees from the Katrina hurricane from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's basically going to be like the bad people of New Orleans that never came back. Maybe. You know? I wouldn't go to Houston to find myself a cowgirl. You got to go to Dallas for that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, if I'm gonna go there, I'm going to Dallas. I'd rather see the Cowboys than.
I need a thick-thighed, blonde, you know,
like tree trunk-legged.
Like you know, girls from Texas have huge thighs. You never noticed that?
I don't think I've come across with any.
It's probably from riding the horses.
Like the Buffalo Betties.
I'm sorry. What happened? She said something.
I was gonna say it's riding the horse.
Yeah, they're riding. Like they have thick thighs. Like if you were going down on them, they would crush your fucking head.
So they're like hard thick.
Yeah,
they're not like the Buffalo Betties.
No,
like fatty
no.
ones. No,
they're like thick thighs. Big-legged women, like a cheerleader. You know, cheerleaders have big legs.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, muscular.
All right. Muscular, like dangerous.
All right.
That's
not a bad thing.
Their vaginas could clinch your penis and.
Imagine seeing a video of a vagina crushing a beer can.
Oh, God. I'm sure we could find it. I'm sure on the dark web there is one. One would have to get said maybe those mini cans.
Like I kind of want to see that now.
You would, like the Bud Light you were drinking today with the mini can?
Oh, I haven't had one. Yeah, there's still a few in there.
You might be able to do that more realistic. I mean, that's a little chubbier than a chubby penis. But like an actual can, like the ones that, you know, my collection are aware of.
That would be impressive.
Maybe that's what my Rams. Maybe Eric and Todd had a hooker over that was crushing cans with their vaginas.
Hell, women can blow bubbles.
Yeah,
out of them.
Every time I look at a vagina, I think of Little Shop of Horrors.
Audrey.
Feed
me, Simon. Feed me.
Like, I was a kid, I was terrified of some plants because I was like afraid they're going to eat me. I feel the same way about a vagina. Like, remember Little Shop of Horrors?
I love Venus flytraps.
And then I found out that Venus flytraps actually eat the flies that come to it.
They're awesome. I have one in my apartment. They're awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got a new one.
That movie fucked. I mean, I was like fucking 3 years old watching that movie.
Yeah.
And I always equivalent the flower of being a vagina. My entire life, I thought a vagina would eat me.
There was a scene in that movie in like the dentist office.
Yeah.
That freaked me out.
Yeah,
I don't know. They were showing teeth all close up. It was weird. I don't know what happened. It was bizarre.
That's a sad story, Rick Moranis. Stopped acting after his wife died of cancer.
That's he just did a guest appearance on a TV show as Dark Helmet. Remember Spaceballs?
Yeah.
He just did Dark Helmet.
Did he really?
On a TV show for a brief
Canadian, I believe.
Yeah.
He was a Canuck. Rick Moranis. Yes. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Honey, I Blew Up the Kids. Honey, I Blew the Kids.
Honey, yeah.
No, that one didn't come out. That's in the special section of your video
that
store.
one you can find it amazing.
You know what's funny? In 10 years, you're gonna ask a kid what a video store is, and he's gonna have no idea.
Yeah, it's getting to that
point.
Is
that fucking crazy?
It is.
You can go to a kid and be like, "Hey, I bet if I go to my little cousin who's 16 and ask him what a Blockbuster Video is, he probably doesn't know."
Or West Coast Video, definitely not.
West
Or
Coast.
Sun Coast.
Yeah.
Well, you'd buy them there. You wouldn't rent them there.
Or Sam Goodies. I went to a mall that still had a Sam Goodies.
Coconuts.
No, the Sam Goodies was coconuts and Route 1. Remember that?
Strawberries.
Sam Goodies is out of business, but the store was still intact of a Sam Goodies. but it was like they were selling like clothes. But when you walked in, you could tell the neon lights. It was a Sam Goodies in a Suncoast video.
Huh.
Yeah, it was like in the middle of in Ohio somewhere.
I would love to know how Newbury Comics has survived.
Because they don't sell. They have a very small.
They adapted.
Yeah, they have a very small album.
Yeah.
A very small CD collection, and then they just sell a bunch of like.
Action figures,
it's basically
comic books.
Spence's.
Yeah.
It's a Spence's gift. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Look, it looks like Super Nola.
He's wearing a poncho. He's wearing a T-shirt.
She's like blowing through the fucking Swiss cheese blanket.
Oh boy.
God.
Stuck.
Come here.
My God, it's torturous. Sue showed me this meme on Facebook, and it said, "The next time your wife or girlfriend gets mad at you, take a towel and put it around her shoulders and say, 'Now you're super mad,' and see if they kill you or not."
Oh my, she's stuck.
Oh yeah, don't have to get the jaws of life
I
out.
shouldn't get her jazzed up. Just like, no, look, come here.
And now she's panicking because she's stuck in a blanket.
Your dog is so
Now
smart.
she's gonna take off running.
Your dog is so smart.
She's the
She gets stuck in
stupidest
a
dog on the
blanket.
planet.
I don't know. Tommy might
Yeah, Tommy's
be a
up there.
point short of
Yeah.
her.
I mean, we were watching the Westminster Dog Show the other day.
I was watching that at the gym.
Yeah, those dogs they're little, and now her head's stuck in. Like now she can't get out. She's giving herself a blanket potty. There she
you go.
goes.
She's like, what happened?
God. And those dogs are smart and Jilliant, and they're
They're like darting in and out of
Yeah. my dogs couldn't do that. Save
No.
themselves.
There's no way they could even do a percentage
No.
of that.
No,
Yeah.
he doesn't listen. He just stares at me like I'm an idiot.
I mean, if you train them, maybe they can get halfway. Maybe.
It's like at this point, it's like, why train them? They're just stupid at this point.
Yeah, it's over.
They're
You gotta start
halfway to-
really young.
They're halfway to death. You know what I mean? It's like,
What you see is what you get here.
yeah, this is it. This is the final product.
It's gonna get worse.
It's downhill
Final
from
product,
here. Yeah, at least we got him to the point where they don't piss in the house anymore.
That's true.
That's true. No, that's not true because he did piss on Eric's shoes on New Year's Eve.
Yes, yeah, New Year's Eve.
Technically
New Year's
Day.
Day.
Oh, I wish we had that video. This is going to be a great year as a dog is pissing on you. Brand new Jordans.
Yeah, well.
That was awesome. You got a new potato out? I seen on my subscription list that popped up.
Yeah, I did a Valentine's Day themed
Ooh.
video for a slasher movie. That's pretty cheesy. So
Ooh.
it has a few bits in it too. It's not just all review. So
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Check out the potato.
I will
The
check
whirlwind
out the
potato, if you
potato.
will.
Yes.
And as always, you can get this show on YouTube. Subscribed, like to both. You're at 44 subscribers now?
40?
How you getting those? What's your trick?
Really, I really don't have one.
It's just just title in it very well. So bait clip.
Yeah, I think my thumbnails are. I really don't think that you asked me about tags. I really
Yeah.
don't think that has much to do with any. I don't think that does anything.
So
'Cause I tried to search with those,
Yeah.
and it doesn't really. I don't know how it works. I know that's what you can do.
It's funny. One of the videos that popped up the tags, but if you put a location down for your video, like for example, we were in Disney and I put Disney for the location, the location will trump the hashtags on that little area. So where
Is
the
that bad?
hashtags show up,
That's not good.
but I guess they have no meaning then at that point.
Yeah.
But they're still in the body of the view. You know what I mean?
But I actually do communicate with quite a few people who also do videos who have movie reviews, stuff like that. So I comment on their stuff.
Yeah.
And they write back. So I'm actually very involved in the community.
Ooh,
I don't
you're
just dump things out. Yeah.
I tried that with Tim Tracker and Adam the Woo.
Yeah, the blog thing is a little harder and a little different.
is, yeah.
I think than
You get a lot of weirdos that like you. I'm sure there's a guy touching himself to Sue every time he sees him in a video. How you feel about that, Sue?
You should feel complimented. You're bringing
Yeah.
somebody joy.
What did you say?
There's someone watching our Wicked Explorer videos touching themselves to you every.
You don't know about it, and
Yeah.
you're bringing them joy, right?
But just on the bright side, don't flatter yourself because there's probably someone touching him to that chubby chick we just seen on TV too.
It's true.
And I know there's probably someone jacking to Gen Tracker.
There's a demographic for everybody.
There is, yeah. I mean, there's some people that just sit at home all day just watching YouTube, and then go on Twitter and tweet. I think we know a guy like that.
And then rage.
And then
Get
rage.
enraged
He goes
about
and
it.
rages like this thing about like Lando Calrissian's son today.
What? I didn't see
Did you
that. I
see
didn't see
that?
that. No.
He like tweeted something and
Oh yes, I did.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Jimmy D. Lee fucking one of his son. Oh,
Why would
God.
you waste that energy? Why don't you do something productive with it? You've seen me get into him before, like Eric. Like, why do you care? He's like, do you know me?
He's got a hobby. He gets so angry.
I know he does.
You ever go on Facebook during the day, like 9 posts in a row?
No, I do not go on Facebook.
If you go on like 9?
I don't go on Facebook at all. I'll do Twitter. I avoid Facebook.
There's like, he just like one rapid fires them. Rapid, boom, boom, boom.
Imagine you could be using that energy to do other productive things instead of wasting time being angry at videos and comments. No.
You could be hanging out with Tim Tracker.
Yeah, that's better.
I think so.
That is better.
Yeah. We talk a lot about these people. We're getting them free advertising on this radio show.
I know. This is why I don't like wearing NFL gear. Because I feel like I should be paid to wear NFL jerseys. Because it's free advertising. Why am I wearing their shit?
That's true.
Right?
Yeah. What grown man wears another grown man?
Yeah, I am promoting your team.
That's true.
That's what I look at. Why don't you pay me? Huh? Why do I got to pay $8 for a jersey? Huh?
Maybe they will. Maybe you should ask them. I'm a little concerned Alex Wallace did not chime in today.
No.
Was Maddie in all right?
I don't know.
I'm a little concerned. Maybe he threw a curveball at him. Maybe he's changing the diapers of his kid. Who knows?
Well.
All right. We'll be here next week. Yeah, next week we'll be, we're still here.
You gonna make it? No, you're fading. You're making me tired.
God. It's not even 9 o'clock yet.
I know.
I'm ready for bed.
Getting old.
Fucking. Remember the nights we used to be able to do this with the radio show?
Yeah.
And
Go for a few drinks
and we
after.
wouldn't even start till 8.
Yep.
We'd be on the radio till 9:30 and go for drinks afterwards. And we're all home around midnight.
You and me went to a comedy show once.
We went to the comedy show once? Yeah, what the fuck? Oh, you go to that little bar, the house, whatever the one that was right across. The one that was
upstairs, yeah.
And then there was the other one that was the Irish pub.
Well, I think part of the problem too is it's not a problem, but it's like you're already here where you're comfortable and it's warm and toasty.
True.
Right? Where it's cold and frigid, you're kind of more perky.
I guess so, yeah.
I think that's another thing too.
And we used to be prowling for broads back in the day too. So we had a little motivation.
Oh yeah, but then we just get annoyed at all the girls that walk around there because they're just like snotty little
going to the Middle East afterwards and trying to pick up.
I was afraid to that place scared me. The Middle East is like I feel like I need a tetanus shot in that place. The bartenders were cool there though.
Yeah. It was an interesting place. Yeah. Concerned me they had to shut down for 2 months so they can put a sprinkler system in. Just think of how bad that was if there was ever a fire. My father inspects fire alarms in the city and he told me never to go there because if there was ever a fire, he'd probably be dead. But they got a sprinkler system now, so that means everything's good.
And you're still alive. So.
Yeah, I didn't die. I don't think I've ever seen a show downstairs in the Middle East. That's like a little creepy.
I've never been down there.
Yeah, me neither. But apparently there's a whole theater downstairs below the building that has one exit, which can be concerning. But, I bet Ramstein plays there or something like that, Daytona 500 Sunday.
Du hast mich.
Bucket list thing. We're going to do that next year. Daytona. We should all get run an IV and just drive down and stay the entire week. All of us crammed up into one vehicle for 6 consecutive days.
People would die.
We won't piss each other off.
No, not at all. No.
That'd be a good experiment, though.
Yeah.
It would be like a Big Brother.
Yeah.
We have to get a big enough IV that we could space out a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think we can make it work. Those tour buses, like a band.
Yeah.
Take Nola with us. Pick up some chicks.
What are they staring at?
Oh, they're looking at a blank TV screen.
They heard it click, I think.
Oh.
On that note.
There you go. On that note, anything you plugging?
No, just always check out the Whirlwind Potato on YouTube. That's all.
All right. And as always, the Packie.com and the Arty 84 show, both on YouTube. And the Wicked Explorers, too. And if you're watching this, you're going to see all those advertisements at the end of this video, so it doesn't really matter. So either I see you listening or not saying it. Until next week, we'll see you guys later. Have a good week. Toodaloo, motherfuckers!